A man whose case was featured in the Netflix documentary Making a Murderer should be released from prison soon. A federal judge ordering Brendan Dassey must be released from prison by this Friday evening. Dassey and his uncle Stephen Avery were convicted of killing Teresa Halbach more than a decade ago. Prosecutors say Dassey, who was 16 years old at the time of his arrest, confessed to helping Avery kill the woman. But a judge overturned Dassey's conviction in August, ruling his constitutional rights were violated when he was questioned. The state attorney general's office has filed an emergency motion to stop Dassey's release.
An Ohio lawyer is behind bars tonight after admitting to using hypnosis to molest 6 of his female clients. Michael Fine pleaded guilty in a case that started in 2013, when, according to court documents, one of his clients noticed that after their appointments, her bra was disheveled and that she could not recall the entire duration of the meeting, something that happened again and again. Suspicious, the patient began tape recording her conversations, learning shocking details about their meetings that she says she didn't remember. She says Fine used code words to get her into a, quote, trance-like state, and then engaged in a sexually charged discussion, saying things like, at the count of 3, you won't be able to control yourself.
He would say that he had some relaxation techniques, that the best thing they can do is to try to relax in order to help themselves.
The first victim took the recordings to police, who had her wear a wire and a camera. And when Fine began the same behavior at the next meeting, they arrested him. Fine was sentenced to 12 years in prison. He is still facing civil lawsuits from his victims.
President Obama is on his way to Berlin, Germany at this hour after spending some time in Athens, Greece. Earlier today, the president played tourist with a visit to the Acropolis, one of the world's most iconic sites. Afterwards, he delivered remarks to the people of Greece, focusing on democratic ideals and giving a rebuttal to anti-globalization forces that have swept Europe and the world over the past year.
A little bit of Cuba's culture is now on display in the Big Apple. The American Museum of Natural History is getting ready to open a new bilingual exhibition that explores Cuba's biodiversity and culture. It includes photographs and quotes from Cubans, a display on the cultivation of tobacco, a film about Cuba's history, and lifelike models of the island's wildlife.
The public will be able to see lifelike reconstruction of Ornimegalonyx, which was the giant Cuban owl that lived there thousands of years ago and is now extinct.
This exhibit opens on Monday and will run through next August, so you have plenty of time to see it if you're headed up that way.
That's kind of one of those things you have to do while in New York.
Right.
That museum.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, a significant rise in major depression among teenagers.
A look at what could be behind that spike and the help that's available. That's coming up in Health News.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dottole Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th Annual Sarasota Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, November 19th and 20th at Selby 5 Points Park in downtown Sarasota. Bring your love and appreciation of art to the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Suicide is the #3 killer of young people ages 13 to 18. That's according to the World Health Organization. ABC 7's Alex Redmond joins us with how these teenage girls may be more at risk. Alex.
Thanks, Haley. There is a significant rise in major depression among young people in the U.S., and that trend may be strongest in teenage girls. That's according to the Journal of Pediatrics.
I definitely think both are equally depressed, but guys hide it better.
A study of more than 170,000 adolescents published in the journal Pediatrics finds a rise in cases of major depression among all adolescents from about 9% in 2005 to about 11% in 2014.
We have the teenage years, and it's being able to manage the mind, moods, and attitudes of growing into adulthood for them.
Depression is a key factor in suicides. The World Health Organization finds suicide the #1 cause of death for adolescent girls, and the journal Pediatrics finds suicide in the U.S. at a greater increase among adolescents and young women. To find out how depression affects girls, we went right to 13-year-old Abigail and 17-year-old Rachel.
I think it's definitely like maybe their body, or usually guys, like feeling rejected by a guy, or like ending a relationship with a guy usually triggers like depression.
And I feel like girls have this higher standard of always having to be pretty to everyone, so it does make them very like anxious and depressed.
Abigail says she suffers from social anxiety.
I don't necessarily get depressed, but I know one of my friends who is anxious, and she like has to take pills for it, and when she's super anxious it leads to depression and she like harms herself.
Older sister Rachel says there are signs of depression.
They won't talk as much, or they don't hang out with us as much, or they just like have a more negative outlook on life.
She tries to help.
I usually talk to them, and like I'll send them texts, and we're like awesome out to like lunch or yogurt or something.
Dana Dale's 2 oldest kids are in college. She says maturity helps through the depressive stages of adolescence.
The balancing of hormones and the happiness and that time away as everyone has went through the growing pains of life.
Research says more studies are needed to understand why depression is increasing fastest among teenage girls, and more needs to be done to improve access to depression care for all young people. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, Alex. Now let's head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast.
Thanks, Haley. We're looking at a webcam from Anna Maria. This is, again, Ed Goff. He's got a shot there in Bimini Bay, and a beautiful day it has been as a result of high pressure, which continues to move on in. Hardly any clouds at all across the region. You don't see that very often. And you see sun setting now and beautiful clear skies out there. Pretty calm conditions in the bay anyway, that Bimini Bay, but it was pretty rough conditions out there earlier today in the Gulf. Seas 2 to 3 feet as a result of that strong north to northwest wind. That wind will come down a little bit, it looks like, beginning tomorrow, so better news for boaters. A few showers just offshore of Miami. That storm system continuing to push off to the east. Currently, it's fair, 78 degrees. Actually, temperature a little bit cooler now. This is an ASOS system taken at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport at the top of each hour. That was just about an hour ago or so. Dew point at 44, humidity at 30%, winds out of the north at 8, and the pressure 2995. And that, by the way, is rising slightly. The high today was above average, if you believe it. 81 degrees, 79 is our normal. 59 is the normal low. We were below that this morning. We'll do that again tomorrow. We'll be in the mid to upper 50s for the most part up and down the coast. No rainfall to report. Pretty dry so far for the month of November. And the outlook tomorrow calls for more of the same gorgeous weather. High temperatures topping out right around 80 degrees. The beaches will be in the right around 77, 78 degrees range, but it should be another gorgeous day with dry air in place all across the Gulf of Mexico, stretching off to Georgia. Looks like Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, all the way over to Texas. This is a large area of high pressure and dry air, sinking air causing that dryness. Now, as far as the tropics go, normally don't see a storm in November. It takes every 5 years or so that we would see one. There's only been 2 Category 3 or aboves since 1966 in the Caribbean, so not many major storms for that, for sure. We will see something develop here. It looks like a tropical depression, possibly a tropical storm, and if it's named, it would be Otto. It would be the 15th named storm of the season. It has an 80% chance developing over the next 5 days, but even if it were to develop, it doesn't appear that it's going to be moving much over the next several days. It will stay pretty much put right there in the southwest Caribbean, and then eventually some models start to drift it off to the northeast, more than likely a front coming down and taking it off in that direction. Well, overall, here comes the storm system bringing snowfall into Colorado all the way up into Wyoming and Montana. High pressure dominating the weather over the southeast throughout the day on Thursday. That high will get bumped out of here as a cold front approaches. That snow kind of travels off toward Minneapolis and Wisconsin, Upper Peninsula, Michigan, and then heavy rainfall for Ohio, Indiana. Notice that rain kind of vanishes as it moves closer to us, and that's a result of that dry air. So we're not anticipating a lot of rainfall with this next front, but we will see much cooler air settle in behind it once it moves our direction. 51 in Buffalo, 57 in New York, Chicago, you're at 54 degrees, and 75 in Denver. Salt Lake City at 53, 47 in Billings, and temperatures very warm in Dallas, 85 degrees there, 82 in Houston, and temperature now in Atlanta, 71 degrees, pretty nice over the southeast. For boaters, it shapes up like this. Winds out of the northeast at 10 knots and seas right around 2 feet. A light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature cooling down, 73 now. And the sunshine and UV factor will be at 10. That'll be high. And as far as the tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay, look like this. The low tide, and just not too long from now, 7:07. Another low at 9:17, a high tide. And the tides have been running high because of that super moon. The moon's so close, having a greater impact on raising those waters. And that'll be the case again tomorrow. Sunset at 5:38. Sunrise will be at 6:53. Tonight, slightly below average temperatures, mid to upper 50s, mostly fair, cool, and not quite a full moon. And north winds at 5 to 10. For tomorrow, not as windy. Nice, gorgeous weather continues. 79 for a high. Northeasterly winds 5 to 10. The extended forecast is calling for nice weather Friday, Saturday, low 80s on Friday. And then here comes the front and chilling us out just a little bit. Not terrible, especially if you're coming from up north. It looks pretty nice. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, Bob. Now the Suncoast Traffic Watch. Right now there's an accident in North Manatee County. As you see a lot of red on the map there. This is at US 41 and US 19.
Tesla shareholders will vote tomorrow on whether to merge with Solar City. The CEO says the deal is all about energy synergy, but critics are not so sure. CEO Elon Musk of Tesla wants to merge with Solar City with his electric car company. The idea is for Tesla showrooms to become a one-stop shop for all your energy needs: cars, home batteries, solar panels, and one day solar roof tiles. But the merger is a complex deal.
Solar City is the most complex business model and financial model you can get out there. And so that makes everything very complex for the stock, because at Tesla, you're selling nice, shiny, expensive cars that people liked, and now you have this whole complicated business model moving together.
Solar City's corporate health is precarious. While the company carries heavy debt and critics worry about Musk's motives, he's the largest shareholder in Solar City and is related to the CEO. United Airlines is offering cheaper flights, but the deal comes with fewer perks. Customers who buy a basic economy fare will not be able to pick their seats, and you can only bring one carry-on that has to fit under your seat or the seat in front of you. Basic economy customers are also the last to board the plane. The new fares will go on sale in January. Delta already offers a similar discounted fare, and American Airlines hopes to follow up very soon.
Twitter is cracking down on hate speech by suspending several alt-right accounts. Among those suspended, they include the verified account of Richard Spencer, a popular face of the group known for promoting white nationalism. Twitter also removed Spencer's alt-right think tank account and his online magazine. In a YouTube video, Spencer says Twitter is, quote, purging people based on their views, calling it, quote, corporate Stalinism.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, a well-kept secret from a galaxy far, far away.
What really happened on and off the Star Wars set? That's next in entertainment news.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a CRV for $219 during Wild's final clearance. Just $219 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda, Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Why wait until the turkey has left you feeling tired? The Black Friday sales event has already started at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the technology and comfort you'd find in a luxury vehicle. Right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a Civic for $179 during Wild's final clearance. Just $179 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda, Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
A Pennsylvania judge has denied Bill Cosby's latest attempt to get his sexual assault case dismissed.
The judge rejecting arguments that Cosby was unfairly prejudiced because prosecutors waited a decade to bring charges over a 2004 encounter at his Philadelphia home. The ruling now clears the way for the 79-year-old entertainer to go on trial by June. The judge also rejected the defense's request for competency testing for 13 other accusers who could be called as witnesses. Another pre-trial hearing is scheduled for next month.
It looks like Bob Dylan will not be picking up his 2016 Nobel Prize for Literature in person. The Swedish Academy says Dylan is not coming to Stockholm to pick up the prize on the December 10th ceremony. The Academy says Dylan told them he has other commitments that make it, unfortunately, impossible to get there. The 75-year-old American singer-songwriter was awarded the prize on October 13th for having created new poetic expressions within the great American song tradition. Comedian Billy Crystal is coming to Sarasota. He's best known for his roles in films such as When Harry Met Sally and City Slickers. Crystal will be performing at the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall on January 26th, and tickets go on sale on Friday.
Star Wars fans have been speculating about this for decades, and now the truth is revealed. Carrie Fisher says Princess Leia's romance with Han Solo in Star Wars did extend off-screen. Fisher tells People magazine she enjoyed an intense affair with co-star Harrison Ford during the filming of the 1977 blockbuster. But here's the twist. Fisher was 19 years old at the time. Ford was 33 and married. when all of this happened. It was a 3-month affair. The actress tells People, quote, "It was Han and Leia during the week and Carrie and Harrison during the weekend." She says the romance ended when shooting on the film did. Fisher writes about the fling in her new book titled The Princess Diarist. I think that's how you say that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Juicy, very
Yeah,
juicy. I
I
wonder
know.
if there's any other juicy secrets in there.
Any comment from Harrison Ford about all
Right,
this?
exactly.
Probably didn't want that to get out.
I bet not. We'll be right back.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.